Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where you can watch games, practice game design. We found the solution.
The final solution.
The final fantasy solution. That's it. That's all we had to do this whole time. Just hit the goddamn pillar. The one thing we did not try. Well, the one thing Tony did not try.
I've played this game a few times, guys.
I mean, for what it's worth, it doesn't seem obvious.
We could lock on. I was just being stupid.
Yeah, I guess like the targeting was sort of your hint that was a thing.
Yeah, I was just being stupid.
It just seemed like it was set up to require us to hit the crystal eggs instead. So that's where it left me feeling...
kind of blue.
Sure. I just felt like it was directing us toward the eggs rather than the other way around.
Red balloons go by.
But the target was a good hint.
Yeah, no, it was a very good hint that I just didn't bother to follow.
I just kind of figured that the target was an indicator that we could look at it and get a little description of Sora being like, this pillar goes all the way up to the top. Like, good observation skills, Sora. Good jumping, Tony.
Good, fine. We're fine.
I wonder if this picks up in the mic. Can you guys hear this?
Oh, I thought he knocked me back. I was about to be like, you motherfucker.
No, back down.
Yeah, that's happened before.
So now do we just go fight Jafar?
Why
Be all like Genie Jafar?
You hold your horses
Beat
there.
up Genie? Beat up Robin Williams?
No, we're not beating up
You
Robin.
monster.
Oh, we're not gonna stop it. Just stop. Stop, Chris. Just stop.
How many more worlds are left in this game?
1,000.
Sweet. So we're about 1% of the way through.
Yep. 1,000. We haven't done 10 worlds yet, Chris. I don't know how you think we're 1% of the way through.
That boy again?
Round up.
Okay, it's fair. Shit, one episode we fought 2 bosses, and then one episode we just swam around a lot.
Maybe I should change the name of that last episode to Swam Around a Lot.
Swam around a lot. What'd you call it right now?
Labyrinthian design. Because that's what we talked about.
I think swam around a lot's just a better name.
I feel like for the entire episode I was in a haze where I was like, was I talking during that episode?
Did I put words together?
Did we make an episode? I can't remember.
Yeah, right. Jafar's face drives me nuts.
Why?
It does.
Because he's got a weirdly flat face.
And it's
long.
Different. It's weird. I don't know.
His beard doesn't make sense.
Crush them!
Genie, no!
Sorry, Al. The one with the lamp calls the shots. I don't have a choice.
Oh, Genie. I like that Genie in the movie and in this, obviously. He had like a sense of like morals.
Well, he knew what he was doing was wrong, but he literally cannot stop it.
Well, yeah, and
how hard he would try.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that's the rules of genies, right? Is that they have to obey the master no matter what.
It's really, but Genie makes it pretty easy in this to be like, oh look, I'm about to do a thing.
And like traditionally, genies are creatures or deities that don't really care about like mortal things. Like, so they don't have a reason to view things as right or wrong, you know?
Right.
So I don't know. I always thought that Genie in this having like having stakes in the human world, always just made that character so much more endearing and interesting, and just made Aladdin a better story overall.
Oh yeah, Aladdin will always be one of my favorite ones.
Like, I feel like it only makes sense that Disney would go down that route rather than making him indifferent.
Oh, absolutely.
But
because then who do you connect to? You know, it's like.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, that speaks to probably one reason why Disney is already so successful anyway. It's because that's what they prioritize in their character design. So it makes a lot of likable characters.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I like how Donald and Goofy are just like, man, he's really high up in the air. We're not gonna
We're just gonna stay down here. Oh yeah, by the way. Oh wait, no, we did that on the episode.
What?
I was gonna talk about us swapping out Aladdin for Donald again. because we wanted to get the Trinity.
Oh yeah, we got a couple of Trinities doing that.
Tony did hit one Trinity off camera.
I'd love to call me out on it. Oh, we just got money from it. That's all we got.
That's all that
It
happened.
was so unimportant.
Hey, but it was a fun cinematic.
It was a fun cinematic.
You like slapped something with your keyblade and just started raining money.
Well, no, we all hit the. We all hit the board or whatever, because the red keyblades are all about about running into things.
Oh, it's a red thing?
Yeah, it was Red Trinity.
I mean, that's kind of funny. I didn't
Each
realize.
Trinity has their own thing that they do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't want to be here. I'm usually a lot better at avoiding this.
Ooh.
I usually never get stuck in that.
Ooh.
I usually never ever get
Ice
stuck in
storm. Harsh
that. That's
man.
really annoying. I never get stuck in there. I wasn't paying attention.
What was the anticipation of that happening?
When he was putting his hands in there, doing his thing, I was just trying to hit him, and
I mean,
made me look like a fool.
until you know what he's doing, though, you don't realize he's about to surround you in an ice
No,
blizzard,
but
right?
I knew what he was doing because I know the game.
Well, right, and that's sort of my point, is that killed you. And if this is your first time playing this game, you don't really know what you need to
Well, that's how you
avoid.
learn it, though. I mean, really, then you have to kind of die, which kind of stinks.
Well, yeah, I mean, is there a way to endure that without dying?
I don't know.
I mean, if it does kind of force you into dying, then I mean, it definitely sucks, right? That's, I think, pretty easy to argue that that's kind of unfair design. It's not, what's the word? It's punishing, it's not challenging.
Right, no, absolutely, I agree with you 100%. I just was not paying attention. I just should have been.
I mean, I am convinced that there is a way to avoid it.
See, no, there is.
No, I mean, aside from just standing off to the side, I'm convinced that if you are in it, it's probably not definite death. But I don't know. I mean, it could actually just be definite death, for all we know.
I like the word definite death. Definite death.
That'd be a good heavy metal band.
All right.
Definite death.
I've already got my indie band. Losing
Watch out, watch out.
Yep. You know who doesn't get out of the way?
Donald the Goofy.
Yeah. Most definitely do not get out of the way.
Yeah, that's one of those cases where I feel like it would probably just be better to have them just know better than the player to always avoid it. Or at least avoid it, 90% of the
Wow,
time.
he is casting it a lot this time. Yeah, that's probably the third time he's done it.
I mean, maybe even more than that. Does it normally not cycle like that?
I mean, last time it definitely didn't.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, I wonder if it's like a 20% chance to use this move, 20% chance to use this move, and then
Good.
60% chance for the laser.
I'm glad that I ran right back into the laser.
He's pretty tough, so you basically have to climb up on those little platforms
fight
in order to damage him.
Yeah, which is annoying, but that's okay.
Well, it also seems like you're not dealing much damage when you're hitting him.
Well, because I'm not a damage-based guy. I'm more of a magic-based, but...
I mean, would it make sense to shoot fireballs at him?
Oh, let's try.
I mean, not that you should... That's just doing nothing.
That literally did nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, definitely keep something so that you can heal yourself.
Oh, yeah, I haven't killed myself at least one more time.
But yeah, his HP... Oh, I see. He has so much health that his HP meter layers.
Oh, yeah, he had a layered meter. Yes. It's kind of hard to tell because it's literally green and light green.
Yeah, well, I saw it. I saw a line, and I was like, I wonder if that's a marker of him entering a new stage. And then, now that you dealt more damage to him, I saw it move.
That is, absolutely. Sorry, I didn't realize what you... I was like, oh, yeah, I'm like, no, it's slow going. I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah, well, I was looking at the edge of it, and I was like, it's just nothing's happening. We're gonna be here forever.
No, we should be able to get through the whole boss fight.
Yeah, that's actually not as bad as I thought.
No.
I like how much Genie's not really trying. He's like, I'm gonna half-ass
And to be
this.
honest, I think so. There's a second part to this boss fight we're going to be seeing in a minute here.
I kind of had a feeling.
Because this is way too simple and way too annoying to be the
Plus,
only one.
most boss fights in this game, any significant one
Ooh, I
tends
love
to
when
have two phases.
I get so excited when I get tech points. I'm like, yes, that means I countered something well. And you see he's clapping. Do you see that? He was clapping
Genie?
when I was beating him up. Yeah, it's pretty perfect.
It's awesome.
Oh, I hate when he does that too, because I get up there.
And then he just starts like being whoop, 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 whoop.
Do not even. Oh, I so hate you so very much.
Hey, but you're recovering your MP pretty quick, so
That's why I'm hitting him enough, you know. I am.
yeah.
He's just so friggin' annoying. I'll be excited when I get the higher jump. I'll be very excited when I get high jump.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, enemy designs like this tend to be pretty frustrating because it's like, he's right here. Just let me hit him. It's a risky design, I think. I think it can be done pretty well.
It just makes for a tedious fight. Not a bad fight exactly, but just very tedious. And then literally every time I stand up, every time I'm like, hey, I caught up to him. Yes. And nope, I didn't.
And I think it's tedious because it feels like you're not accomplishing much. Whereas like, say you were in a boss battle that took the exact same amount of time,
But it was just a hard fight.
But, well, say the enemy just had more health, but you were able to wail on them the entire time.
Right.
It may be the exact same span of time, but this feels more tedious because you're not doing anything that's progressing the combat for large portions of time.
Right.
And that's why I think it's a risky design, because it makes the player feel like they're not doing much. Even if it takes the exact same amount of time.
He literally flew into a circle.
Yeah, in a way, it almost makes sense to just wait for him to stop moving or to like get closest to everything. Oh, you're so close.
I know, I'm so close.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like me as a designer, I want to think that this style of enemy design or boss design is interesting and a different way of switching up combat. It's like when you fight enemies in games that are super fast but have really low health, so it's difficult to land a hit.
Almost there. Oh, and look, and the genie just
straight up gave you some stuff. He's disobeying.
Oh yeah, well, he's not disobeying exactly. It's like, oh look, I knocked this thing down on accident. And it happened to give you a whole lot of fuck you, Jafar. Did you see that? I literally stood right up, and then it was like, oh, what? You're here?
I like how that strung together gave you a whole lot of fuck you, Jafar.
Oh my god. Although, to be honest, I think this next part's like even easier than... Because Jafar's not a hard boss.
No.
He really did. I just made the mistake at the beginning, got caught in the ice wind, you know, and then, and then I didn't do that again.
Oh, right. Power of ice. Ooh,
Blizzard becomes Blizzara.
Cool. Does it just have a wider area of effect?
Yeah, it's just stronger too.
Cool. I'm into that. Now does he turn into Hyper Genie form? Is he all like, Genie, make me a genie? And then you're all like, oh shit, this is like the movie.
It says all and 3 MPD players, so we'll just use the cottage.
Yeah, you haven't been using those much.
No, I mean to use them. I use my other items instead. I'm like, no, don't be dumb. I have to stop doing that.
I mean, to be fair, things like the cottage and tent or whatever, they're way more difficult to get, and potions are cheap. So I understand.
Yeah.
Me as like an item hoarder, I would probably use potions before I use things like camp. But you're at that point of the game too, where it makes a lot of sense to just use it because you're in the middle, literally in the middle of a boss fight.
Yeah. There's not a save point, so there's no time for us to do the last part of this.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. We'll go a little bit long on this.
We're probably gonna go a little bit long on this.
That's okay. I think this is our last recording session, or last episode for this recording session. So
yeah, I love Agrable. Again, one of my favorite levels in the game. Literally. One of my favorite levels in this game.
Yeah, this has been good. I really like this stage.
I think the next really good one we're going to look at is probably Monstro's good. I like Monstro a lot. And really, actually, all the worlds in the second one I feel like are all very cool.
Is Monstro Pinocchio? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's the whale.
The whale, yes.
Okay. I can never remember the whale's name.
That's Monstro, yeah.
Because he's monstrous.
Yep. Big ol' whale.
A big ol' whale.
Big ol' whale.
A big ol' whale.
A big ol' whale. So... the key with this next fight, let's talk about
once knock the lamp in the lava?
No.
Are we going to become a genie?
No.
Genie v genie?
Nope.
I mean, that'd be pretty legit.
That would be pretty legit. Too legit to quit, really.
It'd be pretty Japan, too, because it's like giant monster fighting giant monster.
You know, I'm surprised they haven't actually gone that route in Kingdom Hearts games, but they probably don't want to.
I feel like Square Enix generally doesn't go down that route. If the closest they get is like giant summons versus giant monsters.
Here is what we have to do this time around. Oh. Okay, I don't know if
I'm surprised Sora kept his fingers.
Yeah. Oh.
Whoa, everything moves. Oh, that messes with my head.
You just want to hit this. This is literally all you want to hit.
Well, right, because you see it.
And you know you don't want.
Oh, you're saying
Jafar,
that
like you don't even have to worry about Jafar.
I mean, that makes sense, right? Because he's a genie. You need to hit the lamp.
And there's no way you'd be able to win against a genie in a fight. Like.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like the game perfectly understands that, and they're like, we're not gonna make you try and beat him.
And they still make an interesting fight out of it.
Oh
too.
yeah, no, it's still a lot of fun. You and I both had the same exact reaction. Like, oh.
I already was like, Tony, you're making some pretty big risks by
Although
it, like,
I don't need to fall in the lava. At the same time, I feel like on a level like this, you should be able to. So maybe you can't.
Like there's an invisible wall?
Maybe you can't. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't really fall down it too often, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like if you could, what would be the recovery? Would it be like fade to black and then reappear in the middle of the stage?
With some health gone?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
how much health you take? You take half the health bar? Is that too much? Are you like...
Yeah, I think that would be... Well, I don't know. I guess you do have the means of healing. And it's pretty easy to not fall in the lava. So yeah, actually I'd say half your health would be pretty appropriate.
Again, now the only thing about this is that you're still looking at a very tedious fight on this one. And that's really my only problem, because especially after you had, like, maybe this is a whole level of just tedious fights, because when you look at it, you had the pot snake tedious fight, you had the temple guard tedious, the temple.
Although arguably the pod snake,
I like the pot snake a lot.
The potipede was
yes.
more interesting because you were going through various parts of a level.
Potipede was super cool. I do like potipede a lot, and I also like the name potipede.
Potipede too. Yeah, I was actually going to ask you before you revealed that you just have to hit the lamp, but I was going to ask you how you would feel if it was just like the lamp is hidden somewhere on the stage.
You need to find it.
And you just have to find it and like hit it a couple of times to win.
But they keep hiding it?
Yeah, and they like keep hiding it. So like maybe they hide it 3 times, you have to hit it once.
Make it more of an obstacle course of a fight instead of like...
Because that's what they set it up with. Like genies throwing meteors at you. Oh wow, you knocked him out.
Yeah, I've done that before. So I'm just gonna take advantage of this while I can, because even if he hits me with that, it's not gonna do very much damage at all.
But yeah, I think that would make for a more interesting boss fight.
I agree with you.
It might be easier, or at least it'd be faster. If you know what to do, it would be quicker.
The cool with this is that they do the whole like changing like the dynamic of the level.
Oh yeah,
like that's interesting. I will give them that. You know, like they made that interesting. He's way too high up in the air. Right then.
The one benefit of this style of design, though, is that because I forget the name of the bird.
Iago?
Iago, because Iago is flying and he's very much out in the open, it means that the player can't just turtle away from the attacks of Jafar.
No, it means, right, exactly.
It means you actually have to dodge him. And I think that's the one positive thing about this style of design, because if they hide the lamp throughout the stage, that would mean you could kind of just hug the wall.
Right.
And avoid the attacks, and it wouldn't really be challenging. They'd have to change the attacks.
You know what I almost would have done? Maybe, I may be too much. Have some normal Heartless come out of the, like...
Oh.
Out of the fireball that he throws.
Honestly, I think that would make a lot of sense, and it would help tie in further that Jafar is working with Maleficent.
With Maleficent about, and the Heartless.
Yeah, because at this point it feels like there's sort of a disconnect. Like, why isn't the Heartless involved when we know that Jafar was using them before?
Right, exactly. It's like so I think maybe in this kind of turn it would have been nice just to have like enemies, because I mean, yes, this isn't enough is tedious, but at least if you give enemies, at least it gives you more like drive to do something, you know. Although at the same time, maybe it makes it too annoying. Maybe I could see them also maybe having tried that and like it just didn't work.
I could see that being the case. Maybe the compromise would be cut the amount of health that the lamp has in half.
Yes, and then have Heartless.
Add some Heartless, so that you're basically spending the same amount of time. And sure, the Heartless would be annoying, but it would make the combat feel less redundant. I think annoying is better than redundant.
Oh, absolutely. Because right now I'm just jumping around doing the same thing. Now, and like I said, I love this level, but the boss fights are kind of lame in this world.
Yeah, it's definitely the weakest part of the design. Like, even the labyrinth that we went through was maybe like confusing, but I still think it was more interesting and more thoughtful or like made us think more.
Right, I agree with you. I agree with you a lot on that. And I think, I don't know who I call the best boss, but I think it may still be Alice in Wonderland's boss. You know, the guy
Trickmaster?
Yeah. I like Trickmaster. He's tough.
was all right.
He's tough for where he's at in the game, I guess. Maybe that's what...
Trickmaster's tough, but I thought that his design was like, it was pretty vanilla boss fight. You just wail at him a lot. He has a second phase where his torches are on fire.
Then really, I guess it'd probably be the final boss in this game, which is good.
I don't remember the final boss at all.
Well, not even his final form, because the final form is kind of easy.
Yeah.
But like his second version it's a tricky little fight if you don't know what you're doing.
I think my favorite boss fight so far is actually the Tarzan one.
Oh, the Chameleon. That's right. The Chameleon one's a good one.
I think that there's a lot of... Oh, wow. That actually kind of worked. I think there's a lot of underappreciated value in boss design on knowing how to utilize affecting the player's focus.
Yeah.
Like that was a boss that really challenged what enemy we prioritized.
Yeah.
And I thought that was why that one was interesting, because we have the big melee fighter and then the ranged enemy, and that dichotomy alone creates for a pretty interesting challenge, because how do you choose one over the other? And some of the best boss designs I've seen in like Dark Souls, for example, follow similar design patterns.
Once that dual thing, we're almost at the end.
Yeah, and in Dark Souls, it's cruel because that's already a hard enough game.
It's already, right, exactly. It's already like, oh my god, why?
But I like that as a player, it becomes a very stressful and very interesting challenge, because nobody approaches it the same way. Everyone kind of has a different feeling about it.
That's fair.
And I think that's a good sign. That means that it's a valuable challenge.
Yeah, right? I agree with you, man.
And there are definitely ways to do that poorly, too. Like, I don't want to say that just because that...
No, if you have two enemies, you're going to have a much better boss fight. It's like, it's when it's done well.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we get the first Ansem report.
Man, doubled up on 2 spells.
Mm-hmm.
What if someone just, like, came up behind her and was just like... Pff.
Nope.
Well, I guess someone still come up behind her and kidnapped her.
Yep.
So then we're not done with...
Oh, there's still one more part.
Oh.
There's still one more part. I totally forgot about this.
Is this a magic carpet ride?
Yep.
Yes!
Pretty sure it's in this. Yeah.
Yes!
So we'll just finish up the level. It's fine. Wow, how far?
Well, we're 7 minutes over, so we're at the 23... Well, 8 minutes over, so we're at the 23-minute mark.
Okay, we can maybe make one more episode then.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if I can pause when we get to...
I mean, we could pause at any point, really.
Well, let's at least get this part done. We don't want to pause the middle of a cutscene and just like...
I mean, that's fair. Oh. Oh, right. Maybe it wasn't lava. Maybe it was just a sea of... No, maybe it was lava and
It was
coins.
lava in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, I thought it was going to rush at us. I was wrong. Oh, here we go.
Whoa, we better get out of here.
Gorsh! Yeah.
So why don't we stop right here?
Yes. Oh, I
And
love
then
sequences like
and
these.
then we will come back to this in the next episode. So question of the day.
Question of the day. What would you do to modify the Jafar, either stage of the Jafar boss battle to make it less redundant? Because we kind of shared our opinions.
Yeah,
on
but
things,
we love to hear ways that you guys could think of work. And that could be for either. We didn't really talk about ways to make the first fight work better either.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you guys enjoyed the episode, please hit the like button. If you haven't done it and you enjoy us, please hit that subscribe button, because we'd be really honored if you did that. And comment on the question of the day, your own personal playthrough, all that good stuff, guys. And as always, we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.